Alright, Xbox is going to do something that not a lot of people are going to like, and this is something that's been right on the wall. They're going to be shutting down a whole lot of things, changing the strategy, as they've been saying, and to start by laying off a lot of people, they're not. It's not uncommon with Microsoft. They have, Jesus Christ, they've laid off so many people, and like, you know, what's been going on with Xbox this past couple of months with Asha being the new head of Xbox. I mean, things started looking up per se. I mean, like, everybody's like, at the time, everybody's like jumping to like, oh, she's like the savior of Xbox, and in a way, for what she's did so far, it seems to be doing stuff for the for the positive, for the fans and all that. But there's something in the back of my mind where, fuck me, I mean, something's gonna happen. Something that is just gonna turn the other way and just completely undo whatever goodwill this woman has done. When she came on board, she started assessing, like, because Xbox is not in a good place. They seem to be losing money, and the amount of studios they bought, which they barely have done anything with them, they've just been shutting down left and right. Remember when they shut down Tango Gameworks, the guys who made Evil Within, the Hi-Fi Rush game? That was insane, and it made no sense. Luckily, that studio was saved by Krafton. But the thing is, like, Xbox has just been buying up studios and not really doing anything, and they just fucking lay off people and just shut down studios. And some studios ain't even put out a game yet or anything like that. Like, I mean, what the hell? What the fuck's going on? So Lagasha's got like a whole lot of things, but she needs to sort out on the business side. And probably the biggest thing is to, unfortunately, do some purging to recuperate whatever money they lost over the years. Because sure as fuck, Phil Spencer and the other woman weren't doing anything with it. But like, the studios were there considering shutting down, and there is like talks that some of these studios are like trying to negotiate, with other buyers out there, trying to keep the studio afloat. But one of the studios which is, like, it baffles me, is that they're considering Ninja Theory to be shut down, and that's the studio that's been making the Senua games, and they just announced a new game on the Xbox Showcase. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Is Ninja Theory like that bad? You need to shut them down, especially when you literally just announced the game. It's not really unheard of, to be honest. Like, there's been time and time when games have been shut down and the studio gets shut down at the same time before they even get released. Like the Perfect Dark reboot, the studio what was on task to make that reboot specifically never made a game before, ever. That studio got shut down, as well as the Perfect Dark reboot. If Ninja Theory completely gets shut down, what's going to happen to this game? Most likely it's going to get cancelled too. Which, if it just kind of goes to show, like, we're still in the gutter, with Xbox being not really the best company in the world, and like the amount of like goodwill in like small doses, like small updates and all that stuff. Like the showcase, even though that I didn't really care for like much of the games, it was all right. There were games there that that looked genuinely interesting. Like, I mean, Gears of War ED, I'm extremely excited for that. Even though I just just realized that apparently this game cost $400 million to make, which is why? What's put? How much money do you need just to get this game? I mean, I ain't got a fucking clue. I just these big studios, like, they put so much in and they just do not think for like a second. Like, maybe we shouldn't put this amount of money in, because some other YouTubers have said this. Even if Gears of War E-Day is a success critically, it's not gonna make its money back. The point of being is that, like, don't immediately jump to conclusions. I mean, this Ashelman, what she's done so far before, like, this whole big, massive, inevitable layoff season comes around, she has done something. She has done some things good, but people on Twitter and wherever have jumped to conclusions that she's the savior of Xbox, and she's only been the CEO for a couple of months, and already she's become the messiah of Xbox. And I just think to myself, like, guys, calm the fuck down, give her like a year or whatever, and let's see what happens. It ain't even been a year yet, and already Xbox is completely not doing the greatest at the moment. And it's gonna be, if they do have a goal after this big layoff with potential studios being shut down or whatever, if they do have like a goal of, like, in a positive sense, to make Xbox even like much better and a much more stable financial, and for the fans, win the fans over and all stuff, right? I mean, it's gonna take a little while, and the whole exclusives things. I mean, I honestly don't. I honestly, like, the whole. I mean, I honestly, yes, I would prefer that, like, people, would be allowed to play games on whatever platform they want. But the thing is, it's not working for Xbox, like, at all. They've never put out, like, a strong title that is, like a God of War or something like that matter. And, like, yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like a broken record, but they've lost the console war. And if they continue doing this, everybody gets our games or whatever, nobody's gonna buy an Xbox, which I don't think nobody can, because the prices are high, and they need, like, actual games for their console for them to make money, because otherwise it's just like, what's the point of Xbox? What's the point of this brand if it's not gonna make much money for you? If it's not going to intrigue people for you to pull them to the other side, where literally you can just play their game on the PlayStation. If they continue doing that strategy of just keeping the exclusives, they need more and more games. 2 games, what they announced to be exclusives, Gears E-Day and Clockwork Revolution, which, fun fact, Gears E-Day was originally supposed to be on the PlayStation 5, but they changed it a little before the showcase, or so, maybe longer than that. They need more games. They need more exclusives, more games that intrigue people. That, like, hey, what's Xbox doing over there? Like, the 360 era was just so good. The amount of games on the 360, like, God, that was. A part of me just wants to go back in the 2000s, or maybe like early 2010s, where everything was just in a more civilized age. And I don't know what the fuck Phil Spencer was talking about, like, years ago, where he said some bullshit like, making games is not going to help our company, or whatever the fuck he said. I mean, dude, like, what the fuck you been doing in the 360 era? The exclusives that you have were, like, really fucking good. And then also like, nah, I mean, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work these days. I mean, look, I mean, PlayStation 4 beat you to it in that era. What the fuck are you talking about? Your Game Pass thing is not going to be substantial enough. I mean, it's in a decent place now, given that they raised the price and then lowered the price. Just this whole fuckery, what's going on, but it's not going to be like a be all end goal. Tell me what you guys think about that. I was gonna do like a short YouTube short about this, but there's so much that I'm not gonna fit all this shit in like 3 minutes. Yeah, that's really about it, guys. Later.